Just wait till they all see my hospital selfie. My hospital selfie. No explanation, that is the key. You gotta have a little bit of mystery with your hospital selfie. You can do it too. Hospital selfie, what it do, baby boo? Your ass will come running and maybe even set up a GoFundMe to pay for lab work on your pee. Use filter after filter to make yourself look sicker. Make 'em feel bad. Like if they don't give you some money or likes or shares or something, you're gonna be really, really sad. And if it doesn't work, then just write one of those awesome posts where you're like, I'm gonna trim down my friends list because yeah, and so like if you don't comment or something, then I'm gonna totally delete you. And maybe it'll be okay. Maybe they will not get deleted after they post their own hospital selfie. Oh, Mary gets it. Oh, yeah. It's episode 2 of Mary Gets It. And that was Hospital Selfie. My brand new song. I just debuted it at the Ontario Improv a few weeks ago. And oh my gosh. That was, hands down, one of the most incredible experiences of my entire life. Huge, huge, huge thanks to Tuesday and Cyrus for having me at Freak Show, because I'm a freak and I'm okay with that. Wow. Yeah, I sound exceptionally weird today. That's because I'm in a really good mood because of you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for being so excited about Mary Gets It with me. I'm really, really stoked, and huge, huge thanks to everyone who has liked the Mary Gets It Facebook page and everyone who's been sharing the first episode and just in general giving me love and support. I want to just do super quick shout out to the first group of wonderful folks who like my Mary Gets It Facebook page. Jerry, Monique, Tamra, Guy, Joe, Mario, Jack, Nicola, Marco, Maggie, Mark, Kathy, Rez, Monet, Tony, Mark, Rachel, Uncle Wally, Carlos, Felice, Ryan. I don't know if that's everybody. I feel like there were more of you. I hope I didn't leave anybody out. But if I left you out, I'm sorry. I love you, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. We're off to a great start, folks, with this podcast. This is your podcast, too. This is our podcast. This is happening. So, yeah, the people who have already liked the Facebook page are kind of like the early adopters. Do you remember LiveJournal? They were early adopters, and it was like such an honor to have been an early adopter. Oh my gosh. I know that there were more of you that liked this page. I don't want to leave anybody out. Jeez. I think Ryan Exposito liked it too. You know what? It's okay. Hey, it's episode 2. let's talk about Facebook. Okay. I am friends with some of my exes on Facebook. And not too long ago, one of my exes posted announcing his divorce. And I accidentally liked the post. What am I supposed to do in this situation? I hadn't even spoken to him in a long time, and then just out of nowhere, he's like, I'm getting divorced. Mary likes it. Oh, no. So I had to send him a message like, I totally didn't mean to hit like. I'm so sorry. How are you? Whoops. And how about now there are all those different reactions you could have. How about when you're trying to click the sad one, like someone passed away or something, but you accidentally hit haha. Oops. I didn't mean to laugh that someone passed away. I mean, geez. It's really, really easy to accidentally hit the wrong one of those. Oh, yeah. And I did post about this. I found out that another one of my exes is getting married. I had a dream about this guy, and I was like, yeah, I wonder what he's up to. So I Googled him, and his wedding registry showed up, and I was like, oh man, it's not that I want to be with him. I am the one who broke up with him, and I am really extremely happy with who I'm dating now, Ryan. He's amazing. But at the same time, hey, I'm a woman, and now I don't know. I have always thought about getting married ever since I was a little girl, like most of us, not to stereotype women or anything, but I have been, always thinking about it, and it's just I feel a little bit annoyed that he's getting married before me, because I've never been married. Oh my gosh. I just remembered at the Ontario Improv, I opened my set in character as Rila Rushabeki, international pop star. And it just so happened to be National Tequila Day. So when she came out on the scene, she was like, Happy National Tequila Day. Or as I call it, I'm in my late 30s. I've never ever gotten married, haven't even gotten pregnant once, but that's okay because I can drink whatever I want, so everything's okay there. And yeah, that crowd was fire. They were there. It was maybe 200 some people, and they were there for comedy, and they were loving, just like, there's a huge difference between, I love performing anywhere, but there are some venues that are more conducive to comedy than others, and I do a lot of shows at dive bars where there are definitely a lot of people there who are not necessarily in the mood for comedy. They're kind of just there to drink and socialize, and usually hit on Kellyanne, the hottest bartender around. That's at Universal Bar and Grill, where I do a lot of the Crispy Comedy Show. Shout out to Chris Putro. Oh yeah, Chris Putro liked my page too. I know that there are more people who liked that page. I'm trying to get the full list for you. I am using my phone to videotape, film, whatever you want to call it, this podcast. So I can't just look on there. I'm trying to look on my computer. And honestly, I don't use my computer for social media very much. I use my my phone for like almost everything. So I feel a little inept. It's weird. Like, you spend just a little bit of time not using the computer all the time, and then you feel like you don't know what you're doing. I swear I studied computer science at Wellesley. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I'm trying to open it up again to see, and I just don't want to leave anybody out. But yeah, the crowd was great, and they were drinking. So they enjoyed that comment about being able to drink because you don't have babies. Yeah, I want some babies someday. I'm now in the age bracket where it will be like a high risk pregnancy. So that's a little scary. I don't really know. I mean, I don't feel that old, 35. But apparently that makes you a geriatric pregnancy patient. But my boyfriend is 8 years younger than me, so he's definitely not ready. I'm not ready either, let's be honest. I really have always envisioned that, I would be famous before I had my wedding and all that. Oh, this is what I wanted to... I'm sorry, I'm so excited that I just have so much to say to you. But yeah, so I found out my ex was getting married, and now Facebook is trolling me. They keep posting showing me these ads for the wedding registry of your dreams, and I'm like, oh my god, my boyfriend has not proposed to me. Stop rubbing it in that my ex is getting married. Facebook, the ultimate troll. Oh, oh man, yeah, I think it's funny. I'm okay with it, and I'm okay. I swear, I'm okay with not being engaged. Been there, done that. Didn't work out, obviously. That was a really long time ago. I don't know about you, but I have gone back to almost every ex after we broke up. And I'm starting to like really wonder, like, why did I do that? Do I really have that huge a fear of making the wrong decision? Because I personally, I feel like once you break up with someone, you did it for a reason. Or I did anyway. I don't know about everyone. I'm sure that there are plenty of people out there who have broken up and gotten back together and lived happily ever after. But for me, I feel like I need to trust myself about these things and not go back. But how many times have you called up an ex? Mostly for me, it was when I was drunk. I don't drink anymore. I have been sober for 5 years now. Woohoo! And we can talk more about that later. But yeah, for me, actually, you know what? When you think about it, every like sad, lonely moment that I ever had was because I was like drinking red wine. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, I'm lonely, but it's okay. I can just go watch Netflix or go, talk to people on the interwebs. But when I was drinking red wine, it would be like, let me call up an ex. Let me just show up at my ex's place in the middle of the night. Embarrassing, but yeah, I did that. I didn't drive. It's okay. It was when I lived in Boston. I took the train. I'm really glad that I've been with Ryan now for 2.5 years, and he's a really solid dude. And so I'm pretty sure that everything I'm talking about is in the past, breaking up and whatever. But hey, I've been through some stuff, you know. Hey, we're 15 minutes in. Let's get real. Let's get real. My ex-fiance, this is how our beautiful lovely relationship fell apart. I found out that he was talking to a girl on hotornot.com. How sad is it? That oh man, that I'm even talking about hotornot.com in 2018. It just shows you how long ago this was. I think he left it open on my laptop. Or I don't remember exactly. I don't feel like I was super snooping. I think I kind of found it by accident. It was this girl's Hot or Not page, and she was holding in her mouth a note that said I, and then heart, 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 but it was the sideways hearts that you type with the 3. And it was I heart, heart, heart. And then I don't want to say his name, but it was his name. And I was like, what the F? What is happening? And he's like, oh, no. She knows all about you, and she's like a sister to me. That's what they always say when they're trying to cover up for something. Oh, no, she's like a sister. I don't think she's like a sister if you're looking at her the way that I'm sure. You found her on hotornot.com. I might have believed that if it were on LiveJournal, which is where I met this dude initially. So, you know what? Second thought, maybe not. I always use LiveJournal as my own personal dating site. Nah, I made some bad decisions. I'm really good at making bad decisions. That should be another segment on the show. Oh, man. It's I make bad decisions. I used to meet dudes on LiveJournal. Actually, I met my first girlfriend on LiveJournal, too. Oh, my gosh. I met my first girlfriend and my first boyfriend on LiveJournal. But I loved LiveJournal. It was so good. I grew up deep in the woods in Michigan. I'm talking the nearest neighbor was, I don't know, 50 to 100 feet away. Something there were trees. I sound like a stoner or something. There were trees, man. Trees between us. But I just didn't really have many friends. I was a super duper nerd. Very, very shy. Extraordinarily shy. Scared to talk because I was scared I was going to say the wrong thing, mess up, and so when we got the internet, it was on because I suddenly was able to talk to all of you, everyone. It was oh, oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of the internet. Huge fan of the internet. And LiveJournal, I got on LiveJournal when I don't know if you even know what LiveJournal is, but it was a blogging website. It was the original blogging website. You just it was kind of like Facebook. You went on and just talked about your day. So today I woke up and I ate some oatmeal and then I went to class and now I have to do homework. I tried to be a little more entertaining on mine. was in college at Wellesley. Wellesley. And if you don't know about Wellesley, let me just say, it's where Hillary Clinton went. So I'm pretty sure you get the picture. And if you don't get the picture, hey, you can watch Mona Lisa Smile, starring Julia Roberts, Kirsten Dunst, Julia Stiles, and I'm in it too. Yay! We can talk about that another time. But I got on LiveJournal, and you know how it is when you're in college, and I was raised Catholic and raised to be perfect, to be a goody-goody two-shoes, to get straight A's, etc. So when I got to college, freedom, I got on LiveJournal and I let my freak flag fly. I can't even imagine if my mom had ever read my LiveJournal. I'm pretty sure she would not have been happy about that. But I was happy. And, I miss those days. Those were the days when I was just finally kind of starting to get over my shyness. A little bit like before the backlash, which surely came, and it was really, really bad. I got some serious backlash in college. I wrote an article about, I hadn't even published it. I just had it on my website. Like, you know how, well, when you make a website, you can make as many pages as you want. And then people won't even know that those pages exist unless you link them on a visible page. So I was writing an article about animal rights, and I had used some quotes from some Wellesley people who had posted these things on an online forum. But I don't even know how someone found it. Like, we Wellesley women are very good at stalking. So I guess someone was stalking me. Found it on my website. I don't even know how. And they banded together and they were like, let's get her kicked out of Wellesley for this. And someone left. We call it the bloody hamburger in my family. They left a bloody hamburger. It wasn't bloody. There was a hamburger with a knife through it outside my dorm room door, and they put ketchup all over it like it was blood. To taunt me, to bully me, I guess. I mean, not even I guess. I was bullied. It was weird because when I was telling someone this story, they were like, wow, you were bullied. And I'd never really put that word with it until someone said that. But yeah, I was bullied. And I never even, I guess that was maybe the first time that I started to retreat in my being opinionated and being out there, because I started doing journalism when I was in high school. I was writing for the school paper, and I was doing broadcasting with MIFA, the Michigan Interscholastic Forensics Association, which I am the state champion, 1999. Hey, what's up? In broadcasting. That was one of the best moments of my life. I still have the trophy. Do you like how I brag constantly on this podcast? I don't see anything wrong with bragging a little bit. We should be proud of our accomplishments. So you can totally brag to me too, and I will be here for it. I will cheer you on. Cheer you on. Ain't nothing wrong with bragging a little bit. Just a little bit. Baby girl, just a little bit. Anyway. Yeah, I had been writing opinion pieces and share. I have really strong opinions about a lot of things, but my whole life now I've been trying to find that line between sharing my opinion and not alienating people. I kind of, especially nowadays, I feel like I I back off a lot on things. Even in my stand up a few years ago, I would say anything on stage, like really bad stuff. But I don't know, it's like sometimes I feel scared and my favorite comedians are the ones who are totally fearless and they just say whatever they want, you know. Bill Burr, Chris D'Elia, etc. I'm even afraid to even talk about Louis C.K. right now because it's such a polarizing topic, this whole thing. But I'm just going to say real quick, I really, really was heavily influenced by Louis C.K.'s comedy. And I don't want to comment too much on the whole thing because, you know, I wasn't there. I don't know how I would feel if I were on the other side of things there. But I don't want comedy in general to suffer because we are afraid of saying the wrong thing. So, you and I together, we're going to figure this out. Because I don't get it. I don't get where the line is. I was just talking to a new friend. We were talking about Bill Burr, and he was saying he says the things that he's afraid to say, you know, or that, you know, maybe not afraid, but the things that he doesn't say, but that he thinks he wants to say. And I feel like that's the kind of comedian that I want to be. That's who I set out being. But also, that got me kicked off YouTube many years ago. I don't even know why I got kicked off YouTube. They never told me, but I have a feeling that it was a particular Raging Peanuts song that we did for Langdon Nation back in the day. Because we went there, dude. And I want to still go there. But I don't want to be getting kicked off YouTube again. And I don't want people, you know, I don't know. It's a really tough world out there right now because a lot of people are extraordinarily sensitive. And what are we going to do about it? You tell me. What are we gonna do? I think we should maybe just sing a song about it because that's what we do. Just trying to get my microphone to stay in one spot. There we go. So I can play my guitar for you. Everybody looks to the comedians. Comedians set the line. And if you want to say something that could be polarizing, you look to the comedians. Except when comedians get in trouble. What we gonna do? We need to be able to talk about anything. So what we gonna do? Ooh. We gotta not be afraid of getting bloody hamburgers. We just gotta keep doing what we do. Yeah, I showed up really drunk at my ex's place at like maybe 2:30 a.m. one time, or maybe possibly more than one time. Most likely it was a lot of times. And I tried to say something about how being a woman made me want to get married, but then I was like, oh, I didn't mean it. I mean, like, women, men, gender is fluid. It's a spectrum. Why am I so afraid of just talking about whatever I want to? Ooh. Maybe it's because I'm 35. Is it true that you just kind of start getting scared of things as you get older? Because when I was in college, I was fearless on the Live Journal. I had really sexy user pics. One of them was pretty much just my boobs. But now I'm so afraid of everything that I felt the need to send my ex a message saying, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to like the post that you said you're gonna get divorced. Shoot. That was, I don't know what's worse. Liking the post or sending the message? Who cares? He's your ex. Get over it, Mary. Okay. Mary gets it. I get it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I feel like we covered a lot, and there's a lot more to cover. So I'll see you again very soon, and we will talk some more. And, oh yeah, Bruce says hi. She's chilling in the corner. Chilling in the corner. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, I have my phone so I can actually see all the likes properly. And shout out to all you lovely early adopters to steal Live Journal sprays. Chris Putro, Ryan Patrick Duggan, Luis Montoya, Danny Dante, Ryan Elizabeth Exposito, Aunt Sue, Travis Somerville, Andrew Hain, Ryan Conway, Feliz Stella, Carlos Ramirez, Uncle Wally, Rachel Bouvier, Mark Seltzer, Tony Santiago, Monet Villanueva, Rez, Mr. Michelangelo Rez, Kathy Lyson, Mark Morimoto, Marco, Maggie, a.k.a. Christine Shirtlip, Nicola Warren, Jack Schwank. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Mario Lopez, Joe Locurcio. I'm going to just pronounce everyone's last name wrong. Guy Opachinsky, Tamara Kincaid, Monique Efta, Jerry Johns. And you. I love you. Thanks. Mary gets it.